Hello again, dear viewers. I am George from Ireland, and I'm going to recite another poem which is singularly suitable upon St. Valentine's Day. This is another sonnet from Shakespeare's collection, and if you read all the sonnets, you'll see that there's a narrative running through it. So there's a love triangle between the poet, this dark lady, and another man. So he's having a physical relationship with one, but feels sentimental about another. Now, obviously, Shakespeare couldn't spell it out because that would have been obscenity at the time, same-sex attraction. There is some scholarly debate over whether this exegesis of the poetry is accurate, and even if it is, perhaps it was a mere work of imagination. Um, but it might not be a figment of his creativity. It could be that it's actually semi-autobiographical. There's much speculation that the dark lady concerned was Miss Bossano or Mrs. Bossano. One of my pupils had that surname centuries later. Perhaps she was his ancestress. But anyway, if you read these sonnets deeply, you shall perceive that then the inevitable happens in this love triangle, and the man he's having the physical relationship with falls with the woman whom he exalts and has these noble feelings for, and so he's left out in the cold. But it all had to be written quite obliquely. Couldn't write it straightforwardly because he would be in big trouble. Adultery and homosexuality were not appreciated in the 17th century. Right, so this is Sonnet 130 by William Shakespeare. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath from which my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress when she walks treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Incidentally, the word reeks here doesn't mean that it was malodorous. Reeks just meant to exude a smell. It could be a pleasing aroma. It didn't have to be something malodorous. All right, that's enough for this poem. So I'll sign off now and perhaps treat you to another one on St. Valentine's Day. So make sure you've sent that Valentine's card to your loved one. If you're not in a relationship with anybody else, well, then, this is the time to try to express your feelings to someone. It's not midnight where I am, Mr. Sutherland. I don't know where you are. Toodaloo.